Hi guys, super glad to be with you here on this Monday morning. I'm going to bring some Monday morning motivation to you. I'm super excited about that. Today we're going to talk about the 4 core resources, and I'm excited to share this concept with you because this is the foundational concept in my prosperity manual that's due out in 2018. Super excited to share that with you today. Before I do, I want to just give you a backdrop. As you know, a lot of people ask me, what do I do for a living? And I tell people all the time, I'm an author, I'm a trainer, and I'm an advisor. One of the books that I've authored, just to give you a sense, for the last 20 plus years I've worked in the political arena. And prior to publishing this book, How to Win, in 2011, I served as a state committee man, I served as a county chairman, I served as what they call a precinct committee officer for a long time, served as a state representative. So I've had an opportunity to work across the political spectrum in a lot of different ways. But for 20 years, I've been advising clients and candidates as they run for office, both elected officials and people who want to become elected officials. That book, How to Win, was a book that helps position candidates and teach them exactly what to do. A couple of the other books that I have created and some of the strategy series that I did, one is for political organizations, and this book was Planned Events. How do you raise $100,000 using planned events? This book was wildly popular, of course, mostly with political organizations that are looking to raise money using various types of events they have available to them. And of course, when advising clients and candidates all across the country, Campaign Success Blueprint. This was a $5,000 piece that only those people that actually contracted with me and worked with me had access to. Great book. It's been very powerful, and that doesn't just position you to win an election, it positions you to have a lasting, long-standing, very successful career in the political arena. But I've also been very instrumental in writing books, manuals, and training programs for both nonprofit organizations as well as for-profit organizations. For example, one of the highest requested trainings that I've been doing for probably the last 10 years, especially for larger organizations that have large staff, is the Leadership Advantage. And this is advancing your mission with personality styles. This is a very fun and engaging training that I used and I use very regularly with organizations, especially nonprofits, and like I said, larger organizations that have large groups where they're trying to get all of their internal staff to be able to communicate effectively with one another, but also to be able to communicate effectively with the outside world. How do they spread their mission out into the world? In this case, for nonprofits specifically, to be able to serve more people more efficiently, more effectively, and more congruently, and have a lot of fun with their mission. But also, like for example, this one with what I did for Hertz Car Sales, this was the Management and Communications Training Program, and this training program. This book, where we spent a lot of time with their management team, working on their management team for a portion of time, and then several weeks later we connected with their management team and their lower level staff, teaching them how to communicate effectively, and their whole goal there was just to make more money, right? Become more profitable as an organization. So that's really what I do. I do an awful lot of writing, I do an awful lot of teaching and training, because that's really where my heart is. It's in teaching and training, and that sort of lays the foundation for 2018. So I'm excited to announce the Prosperity Manual that's coming out. It's going to be an exciting book, and we're very excited about that. We meaning me and my team that I'm working with. Hey, I wanted to share with you real quickly the 4 core resources, because right now, as we begin this new year, you're looking at how can I get out there and accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish in this new year? How can I take advantage of the time that I have to become all that I want to be, to do all that I want to do, and to have all that I want to have in America today? Well, that's what this Core 4 resource guide is. And so I'm going to share these 4 core resources with you. I'm not going to go into all of them just based on time, but number 1, the first and foremost resource that we all have is time. The second is talent. The third is treasure. And the fourth is ideas. Time, talent, treasure, and ideas. These are the only 4 core resources that you and I have available to us. And let me tell you something, the only one of these resources that is not unlimited is time. Everything else is unlimited. Unlimited talent, unlimited treasure, unlimited ideas you have access to. But you don't have access to unlimited time. And so therefore, it's very important for you and I to be good stewards of our time. Now, as we begin the year 2018, it's critical that you decide what talents are you going to focus on developing this year so that you can add more treasure to your treasury, right? More cash flow, if that's what you're looking for. Or if you're just in that space where you want to develop your talent more, what you want to do is utilize the time that you do have, and the best way, the only way to do that is to assiduously sit down, write out how much time do I plan to spend on my talent this week. So you really want to look this down, chunk it down, break it down, BID. Break it down to your time segments and try and focus all of your energy on this is the amount of time that I'm going to put into developing my talent. This is how much time I have to develop my treasure. This is how much time I have to work in ideas. Now look, if you're in college, you're dealing with ideas all day, so that's an exciting time for you. Treasure, you're not having to worry too much about your treasure right now. So you're really focused at the collegiate level on finding new ideas, being around new ideas, and developing your talent. So you really want to focus your time on that. The other key thing that you really want to do right now is learn how to manage yourself in time. Learn how to discipline yourself to take that iron will that you have and say, this is what I'm going to do with the time that I have to develop my talents, to take those seeds that have been planted within me and nurture those seeds so that they can bloom and blossom, and ultimately I can add value to more people's lives and increase my treasure as we go. So 4 core resources: time, talent, treasure, and ideas. The only one of these that is expendable, that is expirable, the only one of these that there's no guarantee that you'll ever get again is time. So use your time wisely. I'm going to come back to you next week. We're going to talk a little bit more about talent, talk a little bit more about treasure, talk a little bit more about ideas, and quite frankly, I can spend a full day just on how do I manage time. So we can go into a lot of different strategies on how to effectively utilize and work through all these, and we will do some of that. But most importantly right now is I want you to take time to figure out your next quarter, next 90 days, where are you going to focus your time on your talents, on your treasure, and on getting and being surrounded with good ideas. Love you much. Can't wait till I connect with you again. In the meantime, take your 4 core resources and get out there and develop yourselves. Love you. Talk to you shortly.